Good morning. How's everybody doing? I'm in my living room and I have my assistant Boo Boo here. Can't see her on the screen, but I'm sure you'll see her now and again. So let's just start with a breath. So come to the edge of your chair. So we'll start with a breath, arms out to the side, and then we're taking them all the way up. A couple more like that. So inhale and up as you breathe in, and out and down as you breathe out. Let's reach to the back of the chair and then drop your chest forward. And then as you exhale, we'll bring the arms out in front and round through your spine. So it looks like this. Let's do one more. Okay, a little side to side. So one arm holding the underside of your chair and the other arm right up next to your ear, and we'll stretch it out. And then we'll switch it up. Let's do a couple more on each side. And last one. Beautiful. Let's do a little bit of a twist. So feet together. And I have my left arm here. I'm bringing it all the way over to my right knee. And then the right hand comes on top. So I'm going to inhale, lift it up, and reach it back. Inhale, reach it back, and exhale, close it together. Let's do a couple more. And then we'll switch it to the other side. So right arm onto the side, all the way over to your left knee. Left hand comes on top. Inhale it up and reach it back. And we'll do one last one. And then coming back to center, hands on knees. Let's go all the way down towards your ankles, your feet. Let your head hang if you feel like you can. And then when you're ready, walk it up. Let's try that again. Nice deep breath in. And for the exhale, we'll move it forward and down. Let your head hang. And when you're ready, walk it up. Beautiful. Let's do one more like that. It's so good. And walk it up and back. Very nice. Let's take the left knee into your chest. Give it a little hug. And then the right knee into your chest and give it a little hug. And then we're going to create some space between your feet. So you can't see my feet, but they're as wide as my mat, as wide as my knees. And then we're going to take turns just dropping one knee to the center. You can have your hands on your thighs, or you can keep them under the chair, whatever makes you feel the safest. And let's do a couple more. We're just warming up the hips. And then knees up, and we'll walk the feet together. Still at the edge of your chair. I'm going to stretch my left leg forward, and then reach down to the ankle, and then inhaling up. Okay, other side. So right leg, stretch it out, come up onto the heel, and then we'll add a reach down to your ankle. And last one. And then both feet on the floor with your hands on your knees. Let's do a little open close. And then knees together and stretch out both legs. A little bump in the knee to help you feel safe. And we'll add a reach to your ankles. This is the time that you really need to make sure your chair is a safe, sturdy one, and that it's not gonna flip out from behind you. I have a little bend in my knee so that I'm not going anywhere. And then feet on the floor. Let's walk the knees nice and wide. Going heel toe and heel toe. And again, we'll walk them wide, heel toe, and then back together. Let's take your left knee into your chest, give it a little hug, sit up nice and straight and tall. Your right knee into your chest, give it a little squeeze. Sit up nice and straight and tall. And a nice deep breath in. And out. Okay, let's stand up. Okay, so I'm standing behind my chair, nice and straight and tall, and I'm gonna walk my feet away and come down into a downward dog. Using my chair, using the back of my chair, inhale, lift the chest and walk to the back of your chair. Let's turn it around a little bit, and the downward dog will be even deeper. Certainly you can keep it where it is too. This time I'm going to add the arms out to the side all the way up. And coming forward from your hip, first into a forward bend. Inhale, straight legs. Exhale all the way down. Inhale up, and then walk into that downward dog. A little deeper. Lift your chest and walk to the front of the chair. My arms are straight. I'm in the half forward bend. I'm going to bend my knees. Inhale the arms out to the side all the way up. Exhale back to your chest. Hold for a breath. Let's do that series again. I liked it. So forward bend from your hip all the way down. Inhale halfway up. And exhale all the way down. Nice stretch in the legs when you do that. Nice straight arms, and we're going to walk back to the downward dog. You want your arms to be stretched out. Feel a good stretch in the back of your legs. And when you're ready, lift the chest and walk to the front of the chair. Nice deep bend in my knee. Inhaling all the way up and exhaling down. Okay, I'm going to turn my chair around. Bring it to the front. So we're going to inhale and lift up onto the balls of your feet. Now I'm holding onto my chair, but you can challenge yourself. So try that again. Lifting up onto the balls of your feet. And one last time. And then coming down and lifting your toes. Let's do it a few more times. Hold on to your chair if you think you need to. And last one. Beautiful. Standing behind my chair, you can hang on to your chair or hands on your hips. I'm kicking my heel back towards my bottom. Just warming up the legs. And then feet together, we'll do a little march. So this time you're lifting the knees. Just hold on to your chair. Or hands on your hip. Challenge yourself a bit. I'm on the creaky spot. Okay, coming to center. Hands on hips, we're going to rock from side to side. And let's make a big circle. And come to the top and go in the other direction. And back to center, and we'll go side to side. Nice deep breath in. Okay. I'm going to stand behind my chair again. And we'll do some chair poses. All right, chair pose is beginning in a mountain. You're going to inhale, your arms up and out in the front. And then exhale, sit in your imaginary chair. We'll inhale up and exhale the arms down. Use your breath. Here we go. Breath in, arms come out and up. And exhale, imaginary chair. Inhale, straight legs and arms come down. Let's try it again. One last one. Beautiful. Hands on the chair. Let's walk back into downward dog. And inhale, lift your chest to the back of your chair. I'm going to move my chair alongside of me as we move into the next standing pose, because I want it there and available if I need it, but I might not need it. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side. Hands on hips. We're going to inhale and step the right foot forward, left foot back. Arms down by your side. You're going to use the breath to move into warrior. Here we go. Inhaling. Arms out and up. Bending the forward knee. And inhale, arms down and legs straight. Let's do that again. Inhale into the warrior. And exhale out. Use your breath. And one last one. Let's do one and hold it for a breath. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side. Beginning in mountain pose. Left foot forward, right foot back. Arms down by your side. Use your breath to come into the warrior. And the exhale to come out. And let's do one last one and we'll hold it. And then we'll walk those feet together and come back into mountain pose. Let's open our feet nice and wide. One arm down by your side, hand on your thigh, other arm right up next to your ear. You want to have your chair in the front. I have mine behind me, so it's not going to do much good. But here we go. One arm down by your thigh, other arm up. And we're just going to stretch it up and over using your breath. And we're just stretching it out, up and down. With your breath, inhaling, exhaling, switching it up. Let's do one more on each side. And walk the feet together. Let's take the arms out to the side, palms facing forward. Give yourself a nice big hug. Notice which arm you have on top because we're going to switch it up. And release, arms down by your side. Let's inhale them up and over. And then when you get them together, interlace your fingers and press. Get your feet ready. We're just going to stretch it side to side. Use your breath. Inhale and exhale. And one last time. Do the best you can. And then release those arms down behind your back. We'll interlace the fingers and draw them down towards the floor. At the same time, you're opening your chest. Okay. We're going to come down onto the floor now. Downward dog, you know, she's very smart. Okay, hands and knees. Let's do a little cat and cow. So, okay, so inhaling, you're dropping your spine down into your back. This is the cow pose. Keep your neck nice and long here. And then we're going to exhale and round through your spine. So use the inhale to bring your heart forward and the exhale to round. Back and forth. Cat and cow is really a wonderful stretch for your spine. You're really paying attention both to the front of your spine and to the back. And this time as you move, we'll go all the way back into child's pose. And gently walk your hands back, coming into the high knees. So you can do cat and cow when you're seated in a chair too. It's just a matter of rounding and lifting. Rounding and lifting. So this is something easy to do when you're seated in a chair. Let's come back to hands and knees. And we're going to get ready to do a downward dog. And I can show you how to do that in the chair too. So we're going to inhale and come into the cow with your heart forward. We're going to roll the toes under and lift your knees into the downward dog. Hold for a breath. And the next time you exhale, we'll drop the knees and go back into child's pose. And then gently walk your hands back into the rock pose or the high kneel or Jotun. Okay, let's come down to seated, all the way down on your bottom. We're gonna have to move, baby. We're just gonna open your feet nice and wide. Okay, so really, okay, so I'm sitting up nice and straight and tall. Opening your feet as wide as they'll go. Press out through your heels so your toes come back towards you. Sit up nice and straight and tall. And we're going to turn our torso to look over the left leg. I have one hand on either side of my knee, and I'm going to reach to my toes. However, that's not the goal. The goal is to make this connection here. My torso to my thigh. But sometimes this sit bone will lift, and you don't want that. So if you keep yourself grounded as you stretched over the left leg. And then we'll ease up. Go to the center. Hands out in front. You can even come up onto your fingers. And then ease up and back. Now we'll go over to that right leg, one hand on either side of the knee. You're looking at those toes. If you want to add a reach, the sit bone is going to try to lift so you can keep it down. Then we'll ease up. Let's bring our feet together into cobbler's pose. Okay, so I have my feet together and I'm sitting up nice and straight and tall. The outside of my knees, I'm drawing out and down. Hang on to your ankles or your shins. Lifting up to the crown of your head, I'm going to do a little butterfly flap. And let's bring our knees together and we'll stretch the legs out in front. We'll give them a little shake. I'm going to take my left foot, the sole of my left foot into my right thigh. The torso is kind of over the outstretched leg rather than the bent knee. You should keep a hand here to kind of keep the energy going down, opening the hip. At the same time, we're reaching out towards the outstretched leg. It's not about getting to the toes. It's really about making a connection here. So hand on either side, or hold on to your toes if you can get there. Maybe keep one here and breathe into it. Let's inhale up and back. We'll take the knee in and stretch it out. Give it a little shake. Sole of my right foot into the left leg. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. The energy here is down towards the floor. And my gaze is at my toes. Maybe keep one here and keep one here. And then ease yourself up and back. Comes in and stretch it out. Okay, let's come all the way down onto our bellies. So this is how I get there. You can do whatever way feels straight, feels safe. We'll come all the way down onto our belly. Okay, let's start just by taking the elbows out to the side. Rest your forehead on your fingers. We'll just breathe into your belly. Let everything settle and relax. Drawing the breath into your belly. And then we'll take the hands alongside of your chest. Sometimes they're up here, but really be aware that they need to be down here under your shoulders. That's the weight that your hands are going to support. So we're going to stretch the legs out nice and long, point the toes. On an exhale, we'll lift the back of the head. Lift your chest from the strength of your back, and your hands are here to support you. But imagine if you couldn't use your hands, could you still come up to the cobra? Let it be from the strength of your back. Stretch down through your legs, and then we'll release. Let's move to one side of your face. And then we'll try it again. So inhaling, exhaling, lift the back of your head, lifting your torso from the strength of your back, and then use your hands for kind of stabilization, stretching down through your legs, and release onto the other side of your face. Arms down by your side this time. Rest your forehead and nose. This time we're going to lift the back of your head and press your palms to the ceiling. And then release on one side of your face. We'll try that again. Get your forehead and nose ready. On the exhale, we'll lift and press the palms to the ceiling. And then release onto the other side of your face. A nice counter pose, the cobra and locust, is a downward dog. So let's get ready for that. Use your exhale to lift your knees and press back into downward dog. Inhale, knees down, all the way down into child's pose. And then when you're ready, walking hands back to the rock pose or the high kneel. Let's come stand in the high kneel, just for a breath or two. Press your hips forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and we'll move into what's called the camel pose. So you're lifting your heart, pressing your hips forward, fingers in front, thumbs in back. Keep your neck nice and long. Coming up, coming back. Okay, now we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. Okay. Let's stretch the legs out long and arms down by your side. Take a breath in and out. And we're just going to reach towards your toes. You can have the arms down by your side. You're lifting your head and neck. Bring your chin towards your chest. Let the effort come from your abs. And then we'll ease down for a breath. try it again. Inhaling, exhaling, lift the back of the head and reach to your toes, alongside or over your hips. And then release the effort. Nice deep breath in. And use the exhale to come into the stretch. And ease yourself down. We'll take our knees into our chest, cross your ankles, and we'll rock from side to side. Hands on knees, we'll do big circles. And change the direction of your circle. Let's release your feet down and we'll stretch those legs long again. This time we're going to bring the arms up and over your head. Now, if that doesn't work for you, that's fine. Just leave them down by your side. I'm going to bring mine up and over. So as I'm reaching down through my legs and pressing through my heels, I'm reaching up through my arms, reaching through my fingertips. And then release the stretch and just let your elbows come to the side, let your toes roll to the outside. Bring your chin down towards your chest, keep the back of your neck open. Here we go, gonna do it again. Inhale, exhale, reach down through the legs, press through the heels, up through the arms, reaching through your fingers. And then release the effort. One last time, reaching up and down. And then release the effort. Let's bring the arms down and we'll bend the knees. We're going to stretch your left leg long. Your gaze should be up at the ceiling, your head and neck easy, shoulders down. We're going to lift this foot as we point it. So the point, bringing leg all the way up, point the toes to the ceiling. As you exhale, press to the heel and bring it down. Point up and press through the heel down. We'll do 10. This is number 3. Make sure you're breathing. We're halfway there. Just 2 more after this one. Making strong legs. Last one, make it a good one. We're going to hold it up. Stretch, 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 and then bring it down. Let's go to the other side now. Right leg, stretch it out. Point the toe and lift it up. Press the heel and bring it down. Halfway there. Two more after this one. And then this last one, we're going to stretch it up, hold, point, stretch, and then release it down. Let's take the knees to your chest, and we'll rock from side to side. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Let's take your knees down to your mat and then walk your feet. I'm using the heel toe method, right? Of walking my feet wide.
See if you can get them as wide as your mat. I'm on the edges of my mat here, and I'm going to take turns dropping my knee. Now, if you have knee issues, this might not feel good, especially if your hips are tight. So you might walk them in a bit and just go side to side. See what works. I really like these stretches because the hip works in the entire range of motion. So it's really good. And then knees up, and we'll walk the feet back. Let's do a bridge pose. So bridge pose, we're walking our heels back towards your bottom. For the bridge pose, you want to keep your head looking up at the ceiling. So never kind of moving your head. Keep the back of your neck open. We're going to press the hips up. Just easy peasy, press them up. And then roll them down. Use your breath. And on an exhale, kind of peel your lower back up and press it up. And then exhale it down. Or inhale it down, rather. Let's do one more. Let's hold this one for a breath. And I'm turning my head, as I told you not to. Okay, knees into your chest. We'll rock from side to side. Let's drop our feet and take one knee into your chest and stretch the other leg long. Engage those feet and legs. Don't let them lay slack. Really make them work. And then we'll release and go to the other side. My right knee, stretching the left leg long. Switch it up. I'm going to my left knee, right leg long. And then back to the right, stretch your left leg long. And feet on the mat, knees are bent. This time we're gonna do a little ab work, so arms down by your side. We're gonna inhale and exhale. Lift the back of your head and we're reaching towards your knees. Keep your chin tucked, back of your neck open. And then inhale it back and down. Use your breath. Use the exhale to lift. Try that again. Exhale to lift and reach and hold. And then ease it down. Let's do one last one. We'll use the exhale to lift and reach. And then ease down. Let's take the right knee into your chest, or the left knee, stretch. Right leg long. We're going to hold on to that knee, and then on the exhale, lift the back of your head, nose towards your knee, knee towards your nose. And then release. We'll switch to the other side now. This is my right leg, left leg stretches long. Inhale, exhale, nose to your knee. And then release it. This time we can do both. Let's take both knees into your chest, feet are side to side. And lift your nose to your knees, knees to your nose. And then release the effort. Let's stretch the legs long. Arms down by your side. Nice deep breath in and out. I'm gonna have to move myself a little bit here. Let's do some snow angels. So snow angels look like this. Arms out to the side. And if you can, all the way up. And at the same time, those heels open. And then everything closes. Your breath in breath to open. And out breath, close. Let's do it a couple more times. Last one. Feet on the floor. Let's do a cat stretch. So I'm taking my left knee into my chest, stretching my right leg long. I'm going to allow my right hand to guide my knee across my body. See how that feels. Hold it for a breath. Let's reach down towards the leg and bring it into your chest and roll over onto your back, and we'll switch it up. Here we go. Right knee into your chest, stretch the left leg long. Help your left hand guide the knee to the other side. My arm is kind of down towards my body, but you could open it up, kind of play with what feels okay with the shoulder. And then bring the arms, reach them down towards your knee and roll onto your back. Let's take your knees into your chest. Cross your ankles and rock from side to side. Let's drop the feet. And we'll take the left ankle and just rest it on your right thigh. It's an opening for the hip. So I have my my left hand here, and I'm just kind of pushing the knee forward. And then we'll switch it up. So we have right ankle on your left thigh, and then your right hand on your right knee, and just open it up. This one is called Through the Hole Stretch. And I'll show you why in a minute. And then release, and we'll go to the other side. So left ankle, right thigh. So you have this little hole between your thighs. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand through the hole to hold the thigh. You can rest your head or lift it up. It's up to you. And you're drawing the thigh back towards your chest. So you're getting a real big opening on the left side. And then we'll release the thigh and go to the other side. I'm taking my right ankle on my left thigh. And then my right hand through the hole here. And they both come together behind my thigh. I'm going to release my head. Some people, when they do this, this is what they look like, but just let that foot hang. Getting a real big stretch on the left thigh. And release the effort, release the ankle, and we'll cross the ankles and take the knees to your chest. Okay. Stretch those legs long, arms by your side. Inhale, exhale, and reach your fingertips towards your toes. Feel the effort in your abs. And then release. Okay. So let's bend the knees, have our feet on the floor. I lifted my hips a bit just to kind of settle down my lower back on the floor. Opening my neck. You want to be able to press one hand under your thoracic back, your mid back, which means your lower back is nicely grounded and the curves of your spine are supported, so that's important. Okay, so I'm stretching out my left leg and I'm going to lift it up and then I'm going to touch it with my right hand. So it's like a crisscross. You could even put it down if you wanted to do a little more work here. If you can keep your low back grounded. I'm exhaling on the work. So in other words, I'm using my exhale to lift my limbs. Careful for the back of your neck, keep it nice and open. And let's do 2 more. I think we did 10. And then bend the elbow, bend the knee. Hold for a nice deep breath. Okay, stretching away my right leg. And taking my left arm out to the side, point the toe, and lift and lower. Let's do 10 of these. It's okay if your knee bends a little. Just be mindful of your head and neck. Just a few more. And last one. Bend the elbow, bend the knee. Nice deep breath. In and out. Roll over onto your side just for a moment. Make a pillow with your hands. And we're going to roll back onto our backs and do a relaxation. Okay, rolling onto your backs. We've been on our back for quite a while here. Let's take a moment and set ourselves up. So the back of your head, you want kind of grounded on your mat. Notice if your chin is higher than your forehead. And if it is, see if you can tuck your chin down a bit to open up the back of your neck. But you don't want to press and stress the back of your neck. You just want to gently support it. And then shoulders are down, and we're going to roll the shoulder blade nice and flat on your mat. And then do it with the other side. You're kind of rolling it down and under and flat. And now I want you to lift your hips, flatten out your low back, and just press it down. Now that might have affected your shoulders or the back of your head. So just adjust accordingly. Now that you've got your low back kind of grounded, you can stretch the legs long. And release your arms long. And then see how that feels. Think to yourself, can I lay here for 5 minutes? Or 3 minutes? Let's take our hands on our belly and we're going to draw the breath in, filling it up like a balloon. Here we go. And then let it out. Try to do the in breath and the out breath through your nose. Imagine when you draw the breath in that you're filling up all the small spaces in your body, like your fingers and your toes, and all the way to the top of your head. And then as you let the breath go, you're allowing your weight to sink into the floor. You're letting gravity take over. Each time, imagine that you feel just a bit heavier and a bit more relaxed. Then we'll start to come back by making some small movements with your fingers and toes. And then we can add your wrists and your ankles. Just making some circles. And then bending elbows and knees. Take a moment to roll onto one side. And then when you're ready, coming all the way up, let the head be the last thing that comes up. And we're going to come sit in crisscross pose. Oh, perfect timing. Okay, so if you're seated on your chair, that's fine too. This tends to be a lot for some people. So seated on the floor or seated in your chair, lift up to the crown of your head, sit up nice and straight and tall, and take your shoulders up, down, and back, or opening through your heart and through your chest. Take your chin and just press it down a bit to open up the back of your neck. And we'll bring the hands into Namaste. Close your eyes and take 3 breaths in and out. And then when you come back, we'll slowly open the eyes. Bring your Namaste hands to your heart, way up here to your forehead and back to your heart. We'll do a little bow. Namaste. Namaste. I hope you had a wonderful Saturday. And enjoy your week. Enjoy your new year. Happy New Year.